Can we talk about this? This is Amari K, a young and up-and-coming filmmaker. She has a new short film out called Mechanical Pencil. Go and check it out. But that's not what this is about. I went to the HBCU in LA, partnered by Disney on the Yard Student Film Showcase. And while I was there, Amari's beautiful face came up on the screen as she talked about her short film, Mechanical Pencil. But I was super focused on her backdrop, which I can only assume is the wall in her room or maybe her office. It is filled with posters from music, TV, and film from the 90s and maybe like the early 2000s. And the first thought I had to myself was, wow, this generation is really obsessed with a time period where they weren't alive. Right? And then I'd say to myself, okay, but there are people who are obsessed with like the Harlem Renaissance, and there are people who are still like obsessed with the 70s. It's totally acceptable to be intrigued by a time period where you didn't exist. But this was deeper than this, because my next thought was, well, when else has there been an impactful amount of Black television, film, and music for someone her age to be obsessed with? Now, as a former TV executive turned screenwriter and script consultant, I obviously work in this industry, so I know that there is not as much Black content as there used to be, right? I grew up on having Black content on NBC, on Fox, on ABC. It was everywhere. It was a time, right? I was alive during that time with all the posters that are on her wall. So I know we don't have as much. But even with what we have, is it as impactful? Maybe I'm a little out of touch. So y'all tell me in the comments, what have we left for the babies? What are we making for the children? What are they going to have on their walls when they're 20 something? Because it was such an impactful part of their life.